CSA Kids, it's Veronica. I hope you're all doing well. We wanted to let you know that we miss you all very much. And as we come to a close to May, how exciting, summer is just around the corner. We are also coming to a close to our current series of Way Out the West, which will be wrapping up today in today's lesson. But before we start today's lesson, let's start off with our usual icebreaker question. And today's icebreaker question that I have for you all is, what is your May highlight? Basically, what is one of your favorite memories, things, activities that you did during the month of May that was most memorable? So it could be a walk somewhere, it could be something you found, it could be a favorite book, a favorite TV show, really anything. So please share with us. We'd love to hear back from you. You can have your parents comment down below on this post and what was your favorite May highlight? And if I were to share my favorite May highlight, it would be that I got to FaceTime. I got to do a video call with my nieces. So my cousins have daughters who are 1 year old, just one. So it's always fun to see them, my nieces. Okay, so we'd love to hear from you, so please comment down below. So we're gonna start off with our lesson. Like I said, we're wrapping up Way Out West. We began the Way Out West series and we met Moses. And we met Moses just as a baby, right? But this time in our story, we're gonna see Moses as a leader. And there's a special task that God gave Moses. So let's figure out what that is, okay? So basically, our story that I have here is, like I said, God chose Moses to be in charge of leading all of God's people, which are the Israelites, to a special land that God had for them. So God has a special land planned for his people, the Israelites. And when we hear the word special, we think, oh, that's good, right? So let's figure out what's so special about this land. So the Israelites knew God had a plan for them. And God promised that this special land would be filled with milk and honey. And that's basically great for growing food, right? Sounds like a pretty sweet land, a land where you can have harvest, you can grow your vegetables, your fruits well, basically a really healthy land. And God told Moses to choose 12 men to find out what this special promised land was like. So Moses was wondering, okay, I want to figure out about the land first, the special land. So how many people are living there? Are there many? Are there a few? Are the people weak? Are the people strong? So after 40 days, that's a lot, 40 days of traveling and looking at the new land, the 12 men finally returned to Moses. And the men told Moses they had seen and shown him big and yummy fruit of the land. And basically they're telling Moses that, okay, this land is pretty good, it's pretty healthy, but there was a huge but to this. The men shared that the people that lived at that special land were very strong, and the cities had tall walls around them. So it sounds a bit scary, right? But most of the men, they were so scared and got everyone around them to feel scared too. But out of the 12 men, only two weren't scared. And those two men's names were Joshua and Caleb. Now, this is very important about Joshua and Caleb. They specifically told Moses that they should go and take the land. Even though that the land is filled with high walls, strong men, Joshua and Caleb are telling Moses that they believed God had a plan for them. They really believed that. And they knew that God would keep his promise to be with them and give them this special land. And you know what's so important about Joshua and Caleb's actions? Because they believed God had a plan for them, because they trusted in God's plan and weren't scared, guess what God decided to do to Joshua and Caleb? He only let Caleb and Joshua go into the promised land. Not the other 10 men. Remember, Moses took 12, and out of the 12, there were Joshua and Caleb. But only Joshua and Caleb told Moses that although it's a scary land, we know that God's going to take care of us. There's something special about this land, and we need to trust in God. And because of that faith that Joshua and Caleb had, they went into this special land by God's permission. He did not let the other 10 men go in. God loves his people. We have to remember that. And we have to remember God has a good plan in store for us. And although at times things may be scary, we need to really trust in God that he'll take care of us. He knows what's best for us. There is a timing all the time, and we need to trust in God's timing. God may be saying, this isn't the right time right now. Or God may be saying, hold on, I have something better planned. Just be patient. Just wait. Or trust me. Today's memory verse, it comes from Jeremiah. And it comes from Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. And this memory verse that I'll be sharing with you guys is one of my absolute favorite memory verses. And I really want you to take some time to look into it and to understand what God is saying about the plans that he has for you, for your parents, for your brother, sister, for me. In Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord." Who is the I? For I know the plans I have for you. The I is God. God is saying, hey, I have plans for you, and I know what those plans are. And let me tell you, those plans are, let me continue, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So the plans are to prosper us, right? And the God specifically says not to harm us, but to give plans for a hope and a future. God is saying, I have a plan for you now, in the present, I had a plan for you in the past, and I have a plan for you in the future. And all those plans are to prosper you, to give you hope, and there's a future ahead of you. And those plans are not going to harm you. Because why? Because God always takes care of us. So remember, God loves each and one of you kids, even your moms, your dads, myself, and he has a plan for us in store. So really take some time to really look into this verse, Jeremiah 29:11. Feel free to go over with your parents the story about Joshua and Caleb, how they exercised their trust and faith in God into this special land. And I also wanted to share with you kids that it's okay. It's okay to be scared. There are times where things will get scary, no matter how old you get, okay? But you need to trust that God will take care of you, because God is everywhere where you go. And if you're scared, it helps to sing a song. It helps to pray about it, because kids, God loves when you talk to him, and you can talk to him wherever, however. You can talk to him in the day, the night. You don't have to speak out loud. I know we can all be a little bit shy. That happens to me too. Really talk to God and tell him what's on your heart, and to trust in him, and to really feel happy and thankful that God has a good plan for you and that he loves you. So I thank you all for listening, and I hope that you guys have a really nice time as we're approaching June. And don't forget to share with us your special highlight of May. And we hope to all see you soon. We love you very much. God bless.